it wasn't until 2016 or 2018 that something happened. But I will tell the full sentence. Uh,
Mm,
so the sentence is, it wasn't until 17 years later,
mm,
when Frank was making ice cream for his own.
mm.
So what does this sentence means actually? I had
Ju-
this doubt. I tried to think about it, but I got confused.
Abhishek, welcome, Abhishek.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Just a second. Yeah, I hold on to your question, Sumit.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
okay. So, yes, let me see your question. So, what did you say, Sumit? One more time.
Sir, I will say one sentence, and I want to understand the exact meaning of that sentence. That
Hmm.
sentence is, it wasn't until 17 years later when Frank was making popsicles for his own.
Okay. So, the most important part of this question is the idea that there is a negative sentence, and there are two clauses. Okay, one, a negative sentence, and then until, and then another clause. Okay, one clause first. It wasn't,
Until 17 years
it wasn't,
later.
and it wasn't until 17 years later. First of all, let me make another simple sentence. I don't go to bed, okay,
Hmm.
until 2 o'clock. So
And
what does it mean? That I go to bed very late at 2 o'clock. Okay, in European countries, girls don't get married until they're in their 30s. So somebody who is saying this is not only talking about girls getting married in their 30s, he is also showing his attitude towards this, that he thinks it is late. He thinks it is late. Getting married at 30 is late. In 30s is late because the person says the girls don't get married until they are in their 30s. Okay, so when I say I don't have breakfast until 11, so when I say this, I am telling you that I have breakfast at 11, and I'm also telling you that it is late.
you should have breakfast earlier.
Yeah,
But that's what you mean.
that's what it means, okay? So you have a negative part. I don't have breakfast until 11 o'clock, okay? If I tell you I got married when I was 28, then you know that I got married at 28, fine. But you do not hear from me, from my tone, that I think it is late or it is early. Just a neutral statement. I got married when I was 28.
Yes.
But when I say I didn't get married until I was 28, I didn't get married instead of got married. I didn't get married until I was 28. Now, this sentence also implies the same thing that I got married at 28. It conveys the same message. But here the attitude is I think I got married late. I should have gotten married earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you understand this idea, now in that context where the sentence appeared, this guy, a person, he made that ice cream, ice lollies, for his friends the next day. Remember, when he liked it, the next day he made it for his friends,
Yeah.
and he continued. But then and everybody loved the taste of that thing. And still he didn't think of selling, the item. It didn't cross his mind. The idea didn't cross his mind. Okay.
yeah,
And then 17 years later, when he made the same things for his children, and the children loved it, loved the same, that ice lollies, that's when he thought, okay, I can sell them. So now tell me, the idea of selling lollies crossed his mind early or too late?
too late.
According to
I got.
yeah, that's what it was conveyed in that math sentence.
Yeah,
It wasn't until 17 years later that it thought of selling them.
yeah, I got it.
Hello, Yasmin
Good
ma'am.
afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon, sir.
afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you enjoying your time at Episoden? Having fun? How many, what do we call, sessions did you have or have you had so far? See, if I say, did you have, this refers to the past time, everybody. And if I want to, up to now, I say so far, then I use the present perfect. If you remember the correct adverbs, it will help you a lot. Most people try to understand the difference between the past simple and the present perfect without using the adverbs. The adverbs help us so much. Think about the adverb yet. Think about the adverb ever. Think about the adverb already. Think about the adverb um, just now. Think about the adverb just. And these things will help you so much understand the past simple and the present perfect, especially in exams, because in real life, it doesn't matter so much. In real life, it doesn't matter so much if you mess up sometimes, because the meaning will be understood from the context as well. But in exams, sometimes they ask you to choose either the past simple or the present perfect. Most exams where they test your English proficiency have a couple of questions about the difference between the present perfect and the past simple. Okay. So, Yasmin ma'am, how are you, or how have you been enjoying your time at Episoden? She wanted, and as everybody knows, Yasmin ma'am has good English. She doesn't believe it. So I told her, if you really want just the speaking practice, Episoden can be great. So, Yasmin ma'am, please go ahead, tell us, how was your experience, or how has your experience been? When I'm saying how was your experience, I'm looking at it from that perspective. When you talked, how did you feel? And when I say how has your experience been, then I'm looking at it overall up to now. What do you have to say to us? When I say how was your experience, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking of how did you feel when you were talking or when you talked? How did you feel? Okay, so how was your experience back then? How has your experience been? The present perfect. Here I'm implying, if somebody asks today, what will you say? Okay, what has your experience been? Yasmin ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell us, please. Don't worry, you can speak well, so don't really doubt yourself unnecessarily. Go on. You understand what I'm asking, Yasmin ma'am? Oh, can you hear me? Yasmin ma'am, can you hear me? No. Yasmin ma'am, I'm talking to you, but I think you can't hear me. Or can you? No, she can't hear me. I'm talking to you. You can hear that I'm talking, right? But you can't hear me. If you can, please change. Maybe, I don't know. Her expression says perhaps she can't hear me. So, as I said, it's not about right or wrong all the time, guys. Yes, if the context tells you that this is what the person should be implying, and the sentence is in another tense, of course it is an error. Okay. So when you're speaking, you can choose what you want to express. Like I said, how was your experience, ma'am? All right. And then I said, how has your experience been, ma'am? All right. I'm looking at the same thing in a different way. So you were in Mumbai. How did you feel? What did you what did you think of Mumbai? What did you think of Mumbai? You were in Mumbai. What did you think of Mumbai? Totally fine. What does it mean? While you were there, what was your opinion? And now you're back. I want to know how you think about it. What do you think of Mumbai? So the present simple, what do you think of Mumbai? Because now you have an opinion, you tell me. I'm not necessarily talking about the feeling back then. Okay? Sometimes, feelings can change. Once when you were there, that you had certain feeling, then maybe you have a different feeling now. So tense, just talks about the time. And it's important that you understand when I say, what did you think of Mumbai? So it's not Mumbai is gone, but what did you think of Mumbai? It means in the past you had an opinion. Share with us what you thought. Yasmin, ma'am, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. You're audible now.
Okay, so I asked you about your experience at that place episode, and what are you drinking, Abhishek? With such a big carton, milk?
Sir, I talked a Korean woman.
Hmm.
They speak very slow and simple, but
Hmm.
yeah, what's her name? What her name? That's it.
Who? The interviewers? No.
Interviewers asked me something
Hmm.
like, where are you from? And who told you uh, about the episode? And
Got it. And when you met people, how many sessions have you had?
I had only two questions. Sir.
Hmm. I have had so far 50.
It's
And
40 here.
40, Pankari, 40.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
40. Comfort
Four-
had 40.
40, yes. 40, 40.
Um,
So,
I tried only one day uh, to say so.
mhm, I realize that, except for that, there is only one problem that with the episode. How nice it would be if they could simply reconnect us with somebody else after 7 minutes without any waiting time, without going on to another screen. One person goes,
Mhm.
another person comes in. I hate to wait for my partner to arrive, those 20 seconds. And sometimes,
Mhm.
why can't they simply put a topic there in the writing instead of a person explaining the topic?
Yeah,
I find
that
it a
is
little bit
quite
boring.
annoying point. Yeah.
But I can understand how it is useful for those who are not at my level,
Who are
right?
learning English, yeah, for
Yes,
them it
exactly.
can be useful.
They will get an idea of how some people speak on the topic, so they'll try and speak the same way. So I'm being a little selfish when I thought, because it's not designed especially for me or people like me. Honestly, it's not for people like me, right? But again,
Yes, sir. That is the platform only those who, who are learning English.
yes.
For
But I
English
still,
learners.
but I still enjoy being there because I love meeting new people, and yeah, it's all right. Maybe I will not get to learn much English from them, but one thing I can do, I can speak more freely with them than I do with my students. You see, this intermediate class here, I
Yes.
just sit and relax and talk with you guys because you are at the intermediate level. But at the elementary level, it is hard work to talk to them. If you notice the way I speak, I sound stiff because I'm constantly thinking about how I should talk to them. Like I shouldn't be using words which sometimes I end up doing it because it is just difficult to avoid using certain phrases and all. But it is harder to speak with the elementary level students. I don't speak just to speak. I want to pull them up with my speaking. Their listening skills should improve with my speaking. So it's hard work, and that's why I enjoy being on episode. And last 2 3 days I have spent more time than ever. I mean, I've been there for almost a month now, but I've been there only mainly for 2 3 days, past 2 3 days. Yeah. Okay. So
Good
uh,
afternoon, sir.
hello, yes, Simran, good afternoon. Everything is all right?
Yes.
Great. So Yasmin ji, you spent just one day, two conversation, and you say they ask what's your name and all. Depends. Maybe you met some people who are not very good at English, but there are thousands of
Yes,
people
sir.
on episode, and some of them are very fluent in English. Trust me, I met some very fluent people.
So I met a person from Scotland, and wow, his
Scottish
English,
accent.
his
Okay.
English, yeah. But he's talking to me in British accent
Oh,
because he has worked in London for years, and he told me about his problem with Scottish and how it was difficult for him when he got into London and people. So yeah, I was like, okay.
yep. Yes. Scottish accent is hard to understand.
And Irish as well.
Irish. Yes.
Irish.
A lot of British accents. I mean, British, when I say UK accent, I should say, a lot of UK,
RP accent.
yeah, can be difficult. There is one, Cockney. It is actually a different dialect. Cockney is a different dialect, not just an accent. You know what they do in Cockney? They replace a word with a, what do you call it? Um, a rhyming word. They will not say what they want to say. Instead, they will use another word.
So,
Only they
like,
can.
can you give a sentence? Like, can you tell us
Come again?
something? So,
No,
can you?
not at the moment, because again, I've never taken so much of interest to learn some of them. I read a long time ago, but those things have slipped out of my mind. You see, whether you're a teacher or a student doesn't matter. What you don't use will not stay with you.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like a few days ago, I got to know that how British people in their RP accent drop the R. So it's like car, not car, and how it's water, not water. So I was like, wow, okay, they drop the R each and every single time when it's after a vowel.
Let's say it this way, that they drop an R every time there isn't a
Consonant,
consonant. There is a consonant. There is a consonant. They will drop that R.
drop
Okay.
that R.
This will be more, I will say, effective. This rule that R is silent if it is followed by a consonant. And except for this, there is another rule. Last R is always silent. Last
Type
RE is always silent.
R side.
R at the end, or RE at the end, that R is not pronounced. Other than this, again, but again, for us, it won't matter much because
Yeah.
we Indians just need to have good fluency, good accuracy, pronunciation wise. Our if we can be understood, that's enough. We don't really need to be similar to the British accent or American accent.
Yes,
If we
yes.
decide to go and live there, it's another thing. You will pick up the accent anyway. So let's start with our lesson, and let me. The book. Just a second. Hmm. So there were some adjectives hidden here, and you had to find them. Lots of adjectives are hidden here. How many did you find? Or would you like to find them now? This kind of exercise takes time, so I prefer my students doing these things outside the class, to save time. So if you haven't, I think you should still do it at home. Do the quiz and find out what kind of person you really are, right? Why for yes, and for no, and S for sometimes. Go through your answers with a partner. Are you similar or different? Okay. Well, again, if we are moving on to exercise 10, then exercise 8 will be undermined because we were supposed to do exercise 10 after 8. Okay. So look at these adjectives. These describe people, right? Reliable, lazy, moody personality types, generous, cheerful, easygoing, talkative, hardworking. Now you have to perhaps match the adjectives below with the questions in the quiz. Okay. Which describe you and your partner, describe your partner to the class. So we have a quiz here. What kind of person are you? Let's see. Are you usually smiling and happy? Are you usually smiling and happy?
Uh, when I am interacting with people, I am usually smiling.
Mm-hmm. So you have first three options: Y for yes, N for no, and some S for sometimes. But again, because we are doing it in the class, we can interact about it. Like Sumit said, when he's talking to people, he's usually happy.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Hmm. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I smile when I talk to people, but not with everybody. Or maybe it depends on the topic we are discussing. Sometimes there are topics which are rather serious. Of course, I don't smile when I'm discussing those. Uh, it, I don't want to sound, appear like an idiot smiling when I shouldn't be smiling, but I think I'm a cheerful person. So, yeah, I'm usually smiling and happy. Yeah. What
I
about the
guess
rest of you?
sometimes, yeah, sometimes I'm having a talk with a person, like I'm discussing something. So I smile,
Mm,
but
mm,
not always.
mm. Go on. I mean, it is my routine work to teach you guys, right, every day. So I won't come to the class with the like this all the time. Okay, I won't do that. Of course, that will sound artificial. That will
So
appear.
otherwise your jaws will start.
They hurt when I laugh. Actually, when I genuinely laugh, sometimes they hurt. I think it was with you, Pankuri. I don't know with you or Vishnu. I was here that I started complaining, or maybe it was in a class someday. It's recently that I said, "Hey, my jaws are hurting because I laughed so much." I can't remember what it was, with where it was, but I remember that very recently, within last 15 days, I think I had an experience where I laughed so much my jaw hurt, the jaws hurt. Okay,
Okay.
next, other people, Yasmin, Simran, Abhishek, what do you have to say? Are you usually smiling and happy?
For me, sometimes it depend upon the person and how they are interacting.
What about your personality? Are you a cheerful person, happy and smiling? I said I'm a
No,
cheerful person. There are some people, they're not cheerful at all. Like you will rarely find them smiling. They will make you feel nervous around them. You will not feel like telling a joke because you will get that feeling about them. I mean, yes, some teachers, I think, pretend to be that way, but some people are genuinely not very, cheerful. Some teachers are very cheerful in their personal life, but they pretend to be strict with the around the students.
for me, I will say that I'm a cheerful person.
You are,
Yeah.
Simran.
Sir, I think it depends on my mood.
Yeah, so you're moody. Sarav.
Yes.
Very.
Uh, I am usually happy, but sometimes smiling.
Hmm. Do you enjoy,
So
Yasmin, ma'am?
I'm usually smiling and happy when we are talking with my friends and family.
Yep, you are.
My children says to me, "Mama, you are a cheerful person."
Okay, just a second. Yeah, what do your children say?
My children say, "Mama, you are a cheerful person. You remain chillax all the time."
Hmm, that's good. That's good. Do you enjoy the company of other people?
I guess it depends. It depends on the people.
Okay. Other people?
I enjoy when they interact with me, but not like if they don't talk or like we are just sitting and we are not having any conversation. So
So
at that time,
if there are people around you,
yeah, who are talkative, then I also like it,
so you
the
enjoy the
company
company
of
of
that
talkative
person.
people.
Yes.
Some people feel more comfortable when they're alone, and some people are more comfortable when they have people around them. Do you enjoy the company of other people, Abhishek?
Yes, sir. I love to.
Mm. I would expect you guys to go beyond one sentence as in your answer, okay? Because it is a
Okay.
speaking practice for you all. Go on.
Yes, sir.
What did you say, sir? Just try.
Go beyond one sentence. Just don't say yes, no, sir, yes, sir, I do, no, more. Add information, okay? Give us some details. Yes, Yasmin ma'am. Do you
Sir,
enjoy the
it
company
is
of other
depend
people?
of do you sir, what is the question? Do you enjoy the company of the other people?
The company of other people, not the other people, other people. Other people in general.
Of the,
Other people in general.
no, sir, I don't more enjoy the company of other people.
You prefer to be alone.
I in, no, no, sir, I don't prefer to alone. I enjoy with my family and fa- uh, family and that is nice person.
Relatives.
Yeah, sir. I enjoy with relatives a lot.
Mhm. Okay, sometimes we respond to a question in a different way because we fail to mm, appreciate what exactly the question wants to know.
So what do you mean other people means strangers?
Yes, ma'am. That's important to know. Yeah. Okay. No, it doesn't necessarily mean a
No.
stranger. Okay. And do you enjoy the company of other people? What it means is some people, they're happier and more comfortable when they're alone. They're seclusive. Seclusive. They are
Mm.
seclusive. They are introverted. For them, it is hard work to be around people. They have to stress themselves. They have to work harder mentally to be with people. They feel tired when they have spent an hour or two with other people outside, other than themselves. Other people here doesn't mean particularly the neighbors or people. Here, just say people. Other people means people, not you. Yes, of course, if you are
So
with
like
your husband.
introvert,
Go on,
so like
Pankaj.
introvert people, like they enjoy their own company. They just don't want to like surround by so many people at a time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So you like being alone.
No, I'm not saying I like being alone. I'm just saying that yeah, that's why we have this different categories like extrovert people and introvert people
Exactly.
and ambivert.
Extroverted people enjoy being with other people, and they are alone. They kind of feel down. They feel like low in energy. They don't enjoy that situation when they're by themselves. They like having other people around. Here, other people means not other people. Other people means not just you. Okay. Do you enjoy the company of other people? All right. Somebody comes to meet you. So how does it make you feel? Oh my God. I have to smile. I have to ask them how they are, and stuff like that. Or, oh wow, somebody has come to meet me. Now I'm gonna have fun. Okay. So how are you? Again, most of us are ambiverted. Most of us are ambiverted in it means we sometimes enjoy the company of other people, and there are times when we have that kind of mood where we want to be alone. I'm definitely one of those. There are times I love having people around me, and there are times when I really wish nobody comes to see me. I don't want to be with anybody. So yeah, it depends actually. So I'm ambiverted. I feel both ways. It depends on some people as well, okay? Of course. But basically, if you understand the mood of the question, what the question wants to know, you will address that. So, Yasmin ma'am, when you answered the question, I misunderstood you. It means you misunderstood the question, okay? So, you are somebody who enjoys the company of other people, right? And here, other people, now tell me, Yasmin ma'am, why would somebody who's a complete stranger be with you? Yes. Now imagine this. You are traveling on the train, okay, or on the
Yes,
bus, and you're sitting alone, and you're sitting with somebody, okay? And again, it is not a normal journey. You are not in a very stressful situation or something. What would you prefer? To be with yourself or to be with somebody else? And this somebody can be
uh,
anybody, a
somebody
friend,
else.
a colleague, a stranger, anybody.
Yes, sir. I enjoy the company of other people.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
collect.
my
That's why I thought of you when I've interacted with you. And what? Okay, guys, when you look at Yasmin, ma'am, the way she sits and smiles, you get that feeling that perhaps she's a cheerful person who likes meeting people and confident stuff, right? She doesn't give you that vibe that oh, she's a very uh, stereotypical, housewife type woman who doesn't, because they will sit differently. I'm telling you. Okay, if you read the body language. Okay. Is everything all right, Pankuri?
So,
Uh, uh-huh.
yeah, like my Bluetooth got disconnected all of a sudden.
Okay, okay, got it. So, Simran, you also gave a little too many details about it, Um, do you enjoy the company of other people? What do you think of yourself? A seclusive person who likes to have a book or in and read and spend time with herself, or you like being with people?
For me, it's both.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Uh,
it
sir,
depends on my mood. It always depends on my mood, sir. Everything.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Simran is moody. There is an adjective here. So
He is
use
very,
moody for Simran.
he is very
Like,
moody.
she's very moody, Pankri.
Very.
Oh, okay. I never had that feeling in my class, perhaps because in my class I don't much interact much with her. I mean, it's a classroom after all, right? And she's there listening, learning, so it's difficult to notice that particular part of her personality. Okay.
sir, I am left.
Yes,
One
go
second.
on, go on, go on.
Sir, not all the time.
Mhm.
I like other people's company, but when it is about traveling, I would want a company for sure. Like I don't want to travel alone wherever I want. I will go to travel. But
Mm.
then, and also if I have a company of boys, then I will look something in that boy. Uh, or if that thing is not in the boy, I will get bored. But if it is about girl, I will have any company.
You'll always love the girls' company. Yeah.
It happens.
Heterosexual man. Uh-huh. Okay.
But then, sir,
Yes, go on.
but then there are a lot of times when I don't want any company. Like when I am learning anything or I want to make progress
Mm.
in any skill, then
Mhm.
I don't know why I don't like company. I feel like if someone is around me, I have to be interact with him all the time. Means I have to get interacted to him all the
You
time,
feel
and
you
I
feel the
cannot
pressure
focus. Yeah, and I cannot focus on myself. Like I'm studying and someone is sitting near to
next
me,
to me.
then I cannot even study. Uh,
Mm.
I just lose focus.
Well, that happens with me when I'm teaching. If I'm teaching in this room, I prefer not to have anybody around because I don't know why it makes me feel a little less comfortable. I
Yeah,
also
same
find
for
I
me, sir.
also struggle to focus, but it doesn't mean I would say I don't enjoy people's company. Yeah. Again, when we say, for example, if sometimes you start stating the obvious, guys. Remember, Okay, let's say somebody enjoys the company of other people. Does it mean he doesn't have a choice? He doesn't have a choice about what kind of people he wants to be with. Does it mean he wants to be with all the people? No. Even though you enjoy the company of other people, still you can choose what kind of people you want to be with, right? And there
Yeah.
must be some people you don't want to be with. But the question is not which people you want to be with. The question is, do
Do
you
you wanna
enjoy the
be?
company of other people or you like being alone? So remember, I once said in your class recently, when you read a sentence, you should understand what it is saying and should also understand what it is not saying. Okay? So here, do you enjoy the company of other people or do you like being alone? That is what it means. Got it? Got it, everybody now?
Yes.
When you add that particular part, the sentence is easy
Yeah.
to understand. Let's see. Do you find it difficult to meet new people?
No, I don't think. I find it easy to meet new people and talk to them. Like that. It's easy for me. Like, I just go and ask about anything. It's like I start talking to them.
It runs in the family, Pankaj. It runs in the family.
Oh, maybe. I think I got it from my mom. Oh, she starts conversation anytime, anywhere with anyone.
Okay.
So
Were
I
you
think
were you like that when you were 13, 14, 15? Or you were a little shy back then? Not interactive, so interactive with people.
sorry.
When you were 13, 14, 15, and early teenage, in your early teenage, did you feel the same way?
No,
Did you
I
feel
don't.
the same confidence? No, no, no.
I don't I like when I was or kid, not kid, when I was a teen in my early 30, 40, I prefer of not speaking. Okay, fine, it's all right. But as I grew up, I think yeah, this
This is
thing
exactly what
now I
happened
find
with
it.
me. I was a very shy person, as an early teenager. And I think when I was 16, yeah, that's when things started changing. I did my matric and I started finding my
Yeah,
confidence.
16 it's hard.
with-
I think
Yeah.
16 like this age, this number it's
Yeah.
hard. I think.
Yeah. Oh, I did my matric when I was 16. And I remember after my matriculation, when I went to my, you know, um, chemistry, physics, math classes, and I met people there, it was kind of easier for me to interact. And I think those people who interact with other people are either it is their personality or they're confident, one of the two things. Sometimes some kids are also very talkative, they just start chatting, like my nephew Aryan. When he was young, 4 5 6 years old, he didn't really mind talking to anybody at all. Now that he is a little mature, he's 12 now, so he thinks a little bit, okay, who he wants to talk to, but he's not shy. I was shy, very shy. But then after 16, I think something happened. My personality started changing. I think English also played a role. And now I will say meeting new people, I mean, it never bothers me. Actually, I look forward to meeting new people. Here, okay, other people, Sumit, Simran, all of you, go on.
Sir, I personally find it very difficult to meet new people, but I am working on it.
Hmm.
Like I am trying to know that uh, what, how can it become easy for me to meet other people? Because I want to. I had always been like, uh, if I want to talk or interact with someone, then what topic should I start with? What should I ask? It's like if I ask, "How are you doing?" Then I think I know how is he doing, but why, means I already know it. Then why should I ask? It happened with me
Okay.
all the time, but now I'm just I'm learning from the lesson you
I know.
hear.
Hmm. Yasmin ji.
So sometimes I find difficult to make new papers, and sometimes it is easy for me because I go somewhere and some of them some person, if some person introduce with the person loving some question, that's it is it's maybe easy for me.
Mhm. So when somebody introduces you to someone,
Yeah.
जब आपकी
Then I feel
hmm, when
after
some when somebody
say
introduces you,
he,
Yasmin ji,
yeah,
this is this person, please, this is Yasmin ji. Then it is easier for you. Initiating a conversation from your side is a bit difficult for you, right? To go and
yes,
talk
sir.
to some.
Yes, sir.
I see. I see. Yeah. Simran.
For me, I am a 5 minute person. Like I can interact for 5 to 6 minutes. Means that I can ask the initial question like, "What is your name?" and "How are you?" Like stuff like that. And if they don't engage in conversation, or if they don't start, um, I also stop it. It more like that 5 minute interaction.
Simran,
I
I have to
Yes.
make a suggestion. For some time, right now what's happening is, Simran, that you are only thinking about what's going on in your life right now with those girls in your room, okay? And all your answers are being influenced by those girls and their behavior,
No,
okay?
sir.
Just try and cheer up and be yourself, Simran, okay? These girls are not gonna be in your life long, okay? So answer the questions from your perspective, and I don't be influenced by what's going on right now, okay?
No, no, no. It's my actual thing. It's happening with me from the school time, in college time, now in here.
Okay,
It's
Simran,
it's always like that. Like I am just a yes, sir.
Simran, tell me. Somebody talks to Pankri, starts a conversation with a girl or a guy, okay? For 5 minutes she goes on and the person doesn't respond. Anybody here, whether it is Yasmin or Sumit or Abhinav, Abhishek or Saurabh, okay? Anybody starts this interaction with somebody. For 5 minutes they go, okay, they try, and the person doesn't respond positively, okay? Doesn't respond, doesn't engage much, doesn't show much enthusiasm. How many of them do you think will continue? You are stating the obvious. I'm telling you, Simran, take my advice, okay? Take my word seriously. You are not speaking about yourself, okay? You're stating the obvious. Nobody will do that, guys.
Yeah. So maybe I have always find that type of people
That's another
because
thing.
because because I have no friend of in my class in Saint Joseph. I am talking about in Saint Joseph. I I don't have any friend from my class.
Hmm,
From Kuri, she is my roadside friend.
hmm,
We gave that name roadside friend,
hmm,
and I have one Anushka. Anushka, she is just, and she also just studied with me for 2 years only.
hmm.
And apart from that, I don't have anyone. So I always find it difficult to and now in college also, I don't know what to do.
Nothing.
I,
Just be
I
yourself.
it's not like I don't initiate. I initiate, but I don't get that response and I stop it.
Arey, Simran, in today's times, girls are not friends with girls, okay? Understand? Boys are not friends with boys unless I mean, they do actually. Some of them will become good friends with you. Everybody is busy with themselves, busy with their lives. You're new there, okay?
Yes,
So just give it some time and things will work out.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Saurabh, Abhishek, do you find it difficult to meet new people?
I will say that when I was in teenage, it was easy for me.
Okay,
It was it was
instead
easy
of
for
saying
me.
I will say that, say I'd say, okay? I'd say. Instead of I will say that, you should say I'd say, I would say,
I'd say,
okay?
I
I'd
would,
say.
I would say,
To
I
express
would
your
say,
opinion, I would say would be easier, better.
okay. I would say that in my teenage,
Hmm.
it was easy for me. That
Mhm.
that time I am not thinking about things, perspective,
I am
anything.
not, नहीं बेटा, Abhishek, I'm not thinking तो अभी हम सोच नहीं रहे हैं.
I was
That
not
time,
thinking.
uh,
I was not
I
thinking more.
didn't think is better.
I didn't think.
I
Okay,
didn't think. और उसके बाद उसकी वजह क्या है? क्यों I didn't think is better? तीन options आए. I'm not thinking, I wasn't thinking, I didn't think. Okay?
didn't.
अभी इसमें सोचे थोड़ा सा रुक करके. अगर आप इतनी तेजी से कहोगे कि हाँ हो गया, तो नहीं होता अभिषेक. मैं
Okay,
टीचर हूँ ना, तो मैं जानता हूँ कि स्टूडेंट्स बोलते समय जैसे ही एक एक फीडबैक आता है तो अलग अलग कैटेगरीज होती है स्टूडेंट्स की. सम स्टूडेंट्स सिंपली एक्सेप्ट द the suggestion and repeat that without thinking about why it is right, why what I said was not right. Unless you think about it, you're not going to next time get it right. So what was your sentence at the time?
Uh, uh, in my teenage.
हाँ. So I didn't think, मुझे
So
नहीं लगता था, मैं नहीं सोचता था.
I, I didn't think too much that anybody will think what would they think, what will they think.
Hmm.
But now I found difficult because I thinking about the perspective and anything means I don't know what kind of people, what kind of now I'm now. So it's I'm not understand myself that how I am now because the beginning I'm not thinking about anything, but now I'm thinking about the thing that maybe how will they interact. So it's means thinking about the perspective for the guy that he's ready to interact with me, then I'm fan. If they are not interacting with me well, so I sometime I don't want to speak.
Hmm. Do you find it difficult to meet new people?
Now I'm thinking that it's very difficult for me.
So, the question, Saurabh, do you find it difficult to meet new people?
Uh, in my case, a few months ago, I found it difficult, but now I
Until a
don't
few
find
months
difficult.
ago. Until a few months ago. A few months ago,
Until
no.
few months
Until a
ago,
few months
I
ago. ये हो रहा था, अब नहीं हो रहा. Until a few months ago, okay?
until a few months ago, I found it difficult, but now I don't find difficult.
Don't find it difficult, right? I don't find it
Yep,
difficult. Okay.
difficult.
Guys, again, what was the mood of the question? Or what was exactly the question about? Do you find it difficult to meet new people? So some people feel shy, nervous, down on confidence when they have to go and interact with somebody they don't know. They're very comfortable talking to people they know. I have a friend and he's very like that. He's so good at talking to people he knows. But when he has to interact with new people, just like Yasmin ji said, he can't initiate. He doesn't start a conversation from his side. Yes, if somebody introduces him, if I start the conversation and he's there, he can pick up on that conversation, my start. Okay. But he doesn't do it on his own. And I know why. He's not very confident. Okay. So happens with some people. So that was the question. Do you have that personality? Do you like my daughter? Oh my goodness. She will not start a conversation with new people on her own at all, whether we have guests at home, people her age. If somebody smiles at her, gives, of course, these things make it easier, right? Then, I mean, with you, Pankri, okay, she started to feel a little comfortable talking to you. But initially, when I said, okay, Pankri Didi is there, what will I say? What will I talk about? You know that, right? You've been there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly.
I think once she'll grow up, or I
Yeah,
think
things will change.
she will,
She
yeah,
will
things will
change.
change. Yeah.
Neither I'm so shy anymore. My wife is very people's person. She loves talking to people, meeting with people. So I don't think she will have
Yes,
any reason.
ma'am. I mean, yeah, obviously, ma'am, she is really a people's person. I
Hmm.
mean, how smoothly
Hmm.
she get well with, like,
Hmm.
she start a conversation.
Yeah.
She is.
Sometimes I feel she is a natural. I maybe I've learned this when I grew up, but she has always been that way. In her nani ghar, in her village, everybody knows her. When I go with her to my sasural, in the when we enter the village and until we reach our home, we meet 50 people and she says namaste to all the 50 people. And all those 50 people know her by her name. So I don't know how many people in my mohalla know my name. I'm not sure about it.
Okay.
So yeah. Do you have definite plans for your future career? Aha. Good question for young people.
Absolutely not a big no.
I thought you were saying absolutely yes when you said big no.
For me, yes.
Okay, Simran knows what she wants to do in her career. Sort
Yeah, yes, I have.
you definite plans.
Yeah, I have definite plans.
Hmm.
It
Abhishek.
may have a small variation, but
Mm-hmm.
the path will be same.
Yes, exactly. You know the direction you have to take. You have to
I
go
say with
into.
me, it's like I have so many plans. I like, okay, if this not work, I'll choose this, and if this not work, I'll go with this.
Yeah, that's why you are saying no because it is not definite. Okay. Hmm. You have some choices. You want to do this. You want to do that. So you have multiple choices actually, right?
Multiple choices.
I
And
also thought that she is going to say absolutely yes. Suddenly she said no.
okay. Sumit, what about you?
Yes, I definitely have definite plans for my goals.
Hmm. And Abhishek has already kind of chosen his
I have
path.
some plan, but not a definite plan, so
What do you
I will say.
mean? You don't
I
have.
have, I wanted to do something more. I don't
Oh,
want to stuck
so, so
in
the
this place only.
so the job you have been offered is not what you are happy about?
Uh, this is the life for the grow. So if you will come here now,
Hmm.
so you will see that everybody try to push themselves to work more and get some more things.
What's
So
the
it inspire me.
what's the
So
point? What's the point? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate, okay? What's the point?
yes, I have some plans. I will tell it
No,
later.
no, no,
Maybe.
no, 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 no. You're not getting it.
Uh,
What's the point I'm saying? You just said, okay, you
I'm working
just
on my plans, because
no, no,
not
no, no,
definite.
no, 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 no. You already have a job which is pretty good. If I let people
Yeah, it's
know,
very good, sir.
yeah,
But
you have been offered more than 2 lakh rupees per month job in a 25
but
lakh rupees
it's
per
not
annum.
after the deduction. It's not coming that
Listen,
much.
listen, listen, listen. You're not gonna be stuck on that. I'm pretty sure within a year or two, you will get a promotion. You will get some what they call increment in your salary. Okay,
Yes.
and the money will keep growing, getting bigger and bigger because the kind of field you are in, software engineering. So now the question
Mm,
is, why do you want to push yourself more and more and keep yourself busy? Don't you want to enjoy life, get family and stuff like that?
for that things I wanted to do work more because now I'm in Bangalore.
Hmm.
So I'm working here. So my family is there in Bihar. So
Hmm.
I stuck here only. So I wanted to do something which I'm capable. So I will stay in my home and do the things whatever I want.
Okay.
So that is
But
my plan because
those plans are not very definite.
in and I'm working on it. So I'm just working on
Mm.
few plans. If it will
Okay.
means I
All
have
right.
to select one of things.
Hmm. Okay. Right now, he doesn't have definite plans for his future career. However, this will mean something totally different. Okay. When somebody says, I don't have definite plans for my future career, it means that person is saying, I don't know where I will be in 10 years, 15 years. No, because you don't have definite plans. But I think Abhishek does have definite plans. For whatever I know about Abhishek, I think he does have some definite plans. For example, he will be working in the fields of software engineering. Okay, one, that's for sure. Now, whether he'll be in a job or he will be doing his own business, that's something he has to decide maybe. Okay. Yasmin, ma'am, this question is not for me and for you, but if you have something to say, please.
I don't have business plan for my career still because I'm a housewife.
Well,
And after some time, after learning English,
mhm,
maybe I will make some plan.
mm. Well, I have some plans. Like, I don't know how definite they are. I want to work with young kids. And I know it sounds a little stupid to say this because in India, when you work with grown up people, you earn more money, more respect. But I think I don't look at my job from that perspective. I feel really happy working with kids. They learn so much faster, so much more naturally, and the results are so much better with them. They speak so much natural English after 1 or 2 years with you. I have always already experienced it with some children. I want to, maybe go to a village and teach young kids there. 4, 5,
I
6 year
guess
old children.
you like once you had this plan of started
It
your own
didn't it
school
didn't
and
work. It didn't work for some reasons, and so I have delayed it for some time. Let's see. Does your mood change often and suddenly for no reason?
Obviously.
I
For
think
no
so,
reason.
yeah. Yeah, for no reason.
I
Yes,
will say
it
not very
happens.
often. I will say not very often. Not very often. I always have a reason. Very rarely, if ever, my mood will swing without a good reason. I always have a reason. It's another thing whether I share the reason with people or just keep sulking inside, you know, or suddenly I start to feel happy and don't reveal why I'm happy. But there is always a reason. Um, and only rarely, my moods changes without a reason. And I don't know why I'm feeling this way.
Sir, I agree
Mostly
with
I
you,
know the
sir.
reason. You
Same thing
always have a
happened with
reason.
me.
So you're not a moody person, okay? That's the good
Yes,
thing.
sir.
Other people. Sometimes I pretend to be a little moody. I'm telling you my secret with children because I want them not to take me for granted. So sometimes I show them that, hey, I am unpredictable. I can get angry without a good reason. So behave yourself. Okay, Sumit, Sarav, do you think you guys are moody?
Sir, when I'm around the
I don't
people
know,
I'm
sir.
comfortable with,
Hmm. So read the question. Does your mood change often and suddenly for no reason? I have a girl child.
for
Her name is Palak. She's, I think, 10. Okay. Did I say girl child? I should have said a girl student. Okay.
Yeah, you
Um,
said girl child.
yeah, I just heard myself. I said a girl child. I should have said a girl student. She is only 10, and she says, she's like, I like your hair. Okay. And then 2 minutes later, "Hmm, your hair looks bad." I say, are you for real? And then she will give me a big smile. And what? Are you doing it for drama? I don't know when she's doing drama. I think mostly she's doing drama. I call her drama queen. She just does it on purpose just to, enjoy seeing people's reaction. She's clever and manipulative. Very young. Okay. Um, yep. Sumit, you were saying your mood
uh,
changes often and suddenly for no reason.
no, sir, no, not when only when I'm around the people with whom I'm very, very comfortable.
Okay, then.
Then it happens, but because I want to, uh, on purpose it happens. Did you get, sir? Did you get
Ah,
it?
I'm trying to, I'm
Okay,
trying to
I will
understand.
explain it. Like when I am with my friend, and I like to show them that my mood is changing, control me.
Okay, you pretend that you are moody, okay, around your friends sometimes. Okay, the same thing that I do with my students. Okay, Saurav,
Uh, Sometimes I change my mood,
I change my mood. My mood
but
changes.
no, I change my mood, but not always.
What do you mean I change my mood? Look what's written. I know. Listen, Pankuri, see what's going on. These are students from the pre-intermediate level. Okay, this is what happens. You don't feel English. Okay, the words are the same. But trust me, if you are talking to somebody who spoke only English, okay, guys, I'm talking to you, Samet, Sarab, Abhishek. Okay, if you are talking to somebody who only speaks English, your answers would leave them all confused. Now you'd say, what is wrong with my answers? Because the people who ask these questions think you guys are gonna say something else. You think you're speaking on the topic, okay? But actually you're not. And you you said, I change my mood. What do you mean you change it? The question is, does your mood change often and suddenly for no reason? Do you even get the feeling? Yes, Sumit here said that he pretends that it is happening. Okay. I said, yeah, I do that as well. Sometimes this is manipulation, but yeah, let's be honest, we do it. Okay. We sometimes show that we are moody. Okay. We are just
Yeah,
unnecessarily, without a good reason. We just pretend that, hey, handle me now.
we like the reaction from the
Maybe,
opposite
but
person.
for whatever reason, we do it on purpose, though. Okay, but we are not moody in real. Okay, we pretend to be moody. And Saurabh, you're not moody. I mean, maybe this is what I thought of Simran, but she proved me I'm wrong. I never thought of her as moody. Okay, she never gave me that impression in the class.
Sir,
Okay,
actually, I didn't get what was my mistake. Sorry,
you say I change my mood. I change my mood. Here the
but
sentence
I
is,
want to say I
huh?
don't mood change.
What? आप समझ में आ रहा है सौरभ? अभी 6 महीने वहां रहोगे ना उस कोर्स में पूरा, फिर आना इसी को करने दोबारा। बहुत अनकंफर्टेबल फील करोगे, ट्रस्ट मी, बिकॉज मुझे पता है कैसे ग्रो करते हैं लोग लैंग्वेज में। ओके, तो
Yes, sir.
आप जो कह
Sometimes
रहे
I
हो ना,
feel
मुझे पल्ले पल्ले नहीं पड़ रहा अभी फिलहाल। आप क्या अभी क्या रिस्पॉन्ड किए? लास्ट सेंटेंस, कैन यू टेल मी दैट सेंटेंस अगेन?
uh, I don't mood change often.
आई डोंट मूड। डज योर मूड चेंज? आपका मूड बदलते रहता है बार बार, अचानक से, बिना किसी वजह के? डज योर मूड चेंज ऑफन? My mood
No,
doesn't change,
my
not at
mood.
all. I'm
So,
I Whenever my mood changes, there is a very good reason. I can explain it to people.
got it, sir. My mistake.
Aha, finally. Do you
My mood
notice
changes.
other people's feelings? Oh, Yasmin, ma'am, how about you? Do you experience this mood swings?
Yes, sir, my mood doesn't change often or suddenly, and sometimes my kids make me bother and I irritate. Then suddenly my mood change that time.
But you have a reason now. You have a reason. You can explain to people
Yes,
what is the reason why you're happy or why you're sad or why you're angry, why you're annoyed. You can explain it to
yes,
somebody who asks you, right? But sometimes
yes,
people say, यार पता नहीं ऐसा हो जाता है, मेरा mood बदल जाता है, you know? That's moody. That's moody. You don't know yourself why it is
yes, sir.
happening with you. Okay. Number 6. Do you notice other people's feelings? Ah ha ha ha. Do you notice other people's feelings? Sometimes I'm
Yeah.
guilty of doing it too often and too much. Don't want to do it so much.
I think it's my
Okay, now
first
you
habit.
don't want to do.
Recently, I'll tell you my experience. I was in a phone conversation with somebody. The person was kind of coming heavily on me, was not talking with so much of respect. And I was taking it kind of, okay. And then I realized something from the past, and I said, no, 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 I can't. And I responded, I just stood for myself in my tone, in my words, okay. And the person suddenly, changed his tone so quickly. I thought, okay, good. So this works, okay. You need to notice other people's feelings, but do not give them a free run, okay? Just because you are a sensitive person, you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. It doesn't mean they will. There is a nice quote. You understand why, why somebody is doing something. It doesn't mean what they're doing, it should be forgiven or should be condoned. All right, just because you understand why somebody is behaving in a certain way, reacting in a certain way, doesn't mean you have to accept it. So I definitely follow that. So my answer is yes, I can. It is very easy for me to notice other people's feelings, but sometimes, okay, I ignore what they're feeling. I know it, but I ignore. I don't want to acknowledge it. For example, if I'm talking about a topic which I know will offend some people, but I think it is important, okay, then I will not care about whether they are feeling offended or what. I will say what I have to say. It doesn't mean I don't know how they're feeling. So it's very easy for me to understand other people's feelings. What about you? And some people just, I don't know why she's sad. I always know why my wife is sad, why my mom is sad. In my conversation, if I do it, you know what I mean? which word of mine might have made them feel which way. Yeah. Go on.
I think I notice people's like other people feeling how they feel, and actually I don't used to like much in past, but as I'm growing up, yeah, I started observing people, and I kind of enjoy this thing, like observing people, their feelings. Not really feelings, but yeah, observation is something I don't know. I like doing. I watch people, and yeah,
Mhm.
I do notice their
Very
feeling.
good. Very good. Yes, Yasmin, ma'am. Hmm? Then bring that.
So
Bring the other
sometimes
camera.
I notice other people's feeling, uh, what exactly they are feeling.
For a few minutes, you
And
guys will not be able to see me, okay? Carry on.
you know, so,
Yeah, please.
sometimes I can see somebody is crying or sitting in a bad mood. So I can notice their feeling. But sometimes I ask what happened to you. If the person is familiar to me, and sometimes I ignore it if I don't know the people.
Even my students, Yasmin, ma'am, when they come to the class and if they are in a different mood than usual, I straight away notice that. I will just interact with them for a minute or two, and I can tell that the person is rather sad today, unhappy about something today. And some of them say, "How do you know? We didn't try to show that." I said, "You did. You showed it. You showed it to me for sure." Okay. So I can notice sudden subtle changes in people's behavior, tone, body language, and I can understand that they are not today themselves, like Simran is not today herself.
No, sir, it's not like that.
And I know the reason because she talked about it in the class yesterday, the day before yesterday. She's having a bit of a tough time there. Sh- uh, And it's not nice to be in that kind of situation, Simran, where you are being made to, people are making you feel unwanted, unlikable and stuff like that. You would seem to be fighting a battle with them that look.
But sir,
No,
I
sir,
think
now
I
it's
cheer
all
her
right.
up always. I cheer her up always that okay, these are the times which makes you strong. You can so be strong.
Hmm.
I think
Yes.
these times are also important for us to grow in that way.
Now
Hmm.
it's all right, sir. Like the ma'am changed the room, and now I have got a new roommate, and we talk a lot. And especially she speaks English, so she corrects me. And today I got a homework in my English. English, it's an activity of dialogues. So I wrote that conversation, and I did take that conversation to her, and she explained my mistakes and told me what should I use instead of these things. So
Hmm.
uh, and also about the thing you said yesterday about the sounds, I asked her, and she told me, "Okay, I will teach you." Now I
Lovely,
got a
Simran.
personal teacher, sir.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. And Simran,
Yes.
do share with me the correction she makes. All right. Where is she from? Your
Okay,
friend?
sir.
Your classmate?
Uh, she is from Banaras, but she studied 4 years in Ghaziabad,
Hmm.
and now she is here.
Okay. So the corrections that she makes, do share that with me. Okay. The sentences you wrote, the conversation you wrote, and the corrections she made, do share with me. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Hmm. All right.
मैसेज भी नहीं क्या कॉल भी नहीं
Simran, we
किया
don't say a homework. Okay. And again,
5 बजे से
um,
क्लास चलेगा 5 बजे
हाँ,
guys, guys, a lot of times
नहीं
what
के बाद में
happens, I ignore in this class, I ignore making interruptions when you're speaking for your correction
अभी
because
को 10
I
मिनट तो पहले
believe
चलेगी
that
ना
and I trust you to notice
5
your
घंटे का
mistakes
क्लास
when you listen to the recording later, if you do, okay? And then you will say, oh no, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have said that. Hmm. Okay.
sorry, can I say like that? I got an activity to do.
Of course, anything, no problem.
Yeah.
An assignment. piece of homework, an activity, a task. Okay, next. Who is
Sir,
next to speak? Yes, Abhishek.
I would say that it easily for me that I easily notice that people's feeling. So it's very it's I will say that it's a blessing. I think I got it because from my childhood I easily notice the things how they are means feeling now or currently.
Hmm.
So for me, it's very helpful me for connecting for people. If I found that anybody is in difficult, so it's very easy to me to connect with the people. So I would say that it's good for me, or I notice the things.
Hmm.
So because in my
Nice.
college I connected with so many people with the things they don't want to speak with anybody,
Hmm.
but I know that they are suffering or something, so they talked with me and we will discuss what the things and we try to solve the things that how they are feeling in inside. So
Hmm.
now I'm very connected with that person.
Hmm.
So I will say that it's for me it's blessing.
Hmm. Of course, it is a blessing to be able to notice other people's feelings. Yep. Sumit.
Sir, on this thing, what do I say? Like from for a long period, I have not interacted with a lot of people uh, because of the preparation and all. So right now, I think it will not be good to say that I can notice so much. But uh, if I have to say, I
It's
would
part of your
say
personality, Sumit. It's not like,
I
it's not.
I would tell you, sir, why
Hmm.
I'm saying like this.
Hmm.
Like from my perspective, I can say that I do understand people's feeling, but I have often, but
No.
I have
Okay, got
got
it.
reviews as well that you do not understand me.
Okay.
So that's
That people say.
that
People say that. People say
but
that. That is usually a sentence of frustration. Okay. You don't understand me. People who say you don't understand me are usually frustrated. That's it. Okay.
actually I have
They
got
usually say
serious
it in a
issues.
relationship. I mean, tell me, will Pankuri ever say to you, you don't understand me? No.
Uh,
No, she will not say
because
that to you. So
yes,
who says this line? This line has no meaning. Come on. Only people who
uh,
love you, who expect some things from you, and they say, "Hey, you don't understand me." Not because you don't understand them. It's just that they're frustrated. Okay? Look, what I said about noticing other people's feelings. A student comes into the class and he has some problems today. He's not talked about it. He's not sharing. He's not openly talking
that way
about
I
it.
can also
But you can smell, you can see that
mm-hmm.
something is wrong. You can feel it. Okay? So that's what noticing other people's feelings. That is an interpersonal skill, a very important quality. Most teachers need to have it. Do you think the future will be good? Do you think the future will be good? That's what keeps me going.
Yeah, I mean, this is the hope of our life.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a good reason. So yeah,
Mm.
future will be
Good.
good.
Other people here, Simran, what do you think, Simran? Do you think the future will be good?
Definitely, sir.
Definitely. Abhishek?
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Definitely. Young
Because I'm
people
sure
have
with
no
my
reason to say
plans.
no. Yep, Sumit.
Yes,
Oh, yes. Yasminji, do you think the future will be good?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I think the future will be good.
Your children will get a good job. They will be well
Yes,
settled.
sir.
They will be happy in their lives. You will be
And
happy
right now
grandparents.
they are is struggling so much and work hard
They're
for
working hard as
studying.
well. Yes,
Yes, sir.
absolutely. I mean, we are all what kind of people? You will find out when you look at exercise 3. There will be some adjectives for.
Optimistic people.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
optimistic. Good.
exactly, exactly.
I wanted to say the thing that we need to be optimistic
We need to
every
be,
time.
we need to be,
Optimistic,
optimistic.
I need
yeah,
to be.
okay. Can your friends depend on you?
Sir, ask Pankhuri.
Well, I will talk about myself. They can depend on
Okay.
me, They can depend on me for keeping a secret. They can depend on me for sharing my honest, true feelings and response to a situation. I will not say something just to make them feel good, unless they want me that to do that. If they want me to do that, I'll do that. I will not shove my honest opinion down their throat if they don't want that. Okay. Why? I used to sometimes, but I don't do it anymore. But if somebody expects me to share my genuine opinion on some issues, even in their lives, about their problems, I will share what I feel, so they can depend on me. And as far as depending on me, monetarily goes, I will say as much as I can. Okay. Only for those who I consider my friends, of course. Okay. Because I've already burnt my hands with these experiences. So I'm rather careful.
So,
Yeah.
like, I was about to say, in what way, like,
Uh,
depend in a what
yeah.
way.
Yeah. Again, the question doesn't have this. No. So it is up to you. Like I confidently added that aspect. First I talked about emotionally,
Secret
then
keeper,
I
I
said
think.
socially they can depend on me, and then monetarily, yes, as far as I
Mm.
can, and only for those who I truly consider my friend. Okay.
Well, yeah, I think my genuine friends who I feel are genuine to me can depend on me
Mm,
in emotional way or
mm,
supportive way,
mm.
but in financial way, I'm not really sure
Because
because
you're not
I'm
earning
all
money.
I myself dependent on someone in this aspect, so
Yeah.
I can
I
say
myself depend. I myself depend on my
depend.
my family.
Yeah,
Okay. I myself am dependent. I myself am dependent. If
I
you want to,
myself am.
you
Uh,
understand? If you, no, no, let's say I am dependent. I depend. That was my point. You can place myself where you want, wherever you want, no problems.
okay,
But
okay.
you need to use the be verb when you say dependent. This kind of feedback that I give to you, Pankuri. Um, um, Notice everybody the kind of feedback I give to correct my students, how I correct them. I don't say just what is right. I try and explain the reason. So you should be in the position to understand that information, to process that information. Dependent is an adjective, so you can't say I myself dependent. Okay, you need the be verb to connect that I with dependent. I handsome is not gonna work, right? You need a be verb to connect I and handsome. Okay, next. Other people. Sumit, are you
Yes,
dependable?
sir. My friends can definitely depend on me.
Hmm.
But for some friends, yeah, they when they are depending on me, they should also be ready uh,
To
for this
return the
that
favor.
I can, yeah, to return the favor. Not it's not like that I will go for that favor, but if some because of some condition I have to go, then they should be ready to. I should feel this way that they are going to.
Basically, that's the point, that if you trust them to be dependable, then you are dependable to them as well. If you think they are dependable, then you are dependable to them. If you
But
think somebody will not help me in my bad
yeah,
situation, then you don't want to be available to them, because that will be like letting somebody,
I
use
can
you,
be
take
available,
advantage
sir,
of you.
to everyone, even if
Mm,
they are not my friends, but
mm.
only if I have free time.
I
And
know,
also, if in my free time, I'm also working on myself. So
right?
uh, it's difficult
Mm,
to give time to people
mm.
for me.
Again, Sumit, you went too far, too deep into in your response. Let me explain what the question didn't say. Okay, can your friends depend on you? Now, what it means is there are some people who are very nice to you. Okay, they say big things about their friendship with somebody, but when there is a need, they will disappear like they were never there.
Yes.
Now, this is what we are talking about. Can your friends depend on you? Now, again,
I know.
depending
Just
on
I
somebody
read some more
socially,
information.
emotionally, you know, monetarily, I mean financially, right? Okay. Yasmin, ma'am.
So, some of my friends depend on me because I'm a reliable. Uh, Last night, one of my friends called me. She always would call me because she lived here, and some years ago she moved from here. Last night she called me and said, "I'm not feeling well. I'm very sick. What should I do?" I suggest him you hire a help for cooking. That way uh, you get rid from this problem.
Yeah. Great. Simran, Pankuri's talked about herself. What about you? You asked me to ask Pankuri whether you are dependable.
Hmm.
You speak about Pankuri then.
Yeah, she is.
Now
I guess for
I know
me,
Pankuri's
I
answer.
get my positive vibes from Pankhuri.
Uh-huh.
Every time I have some if I am facing something, some difficult time, the first person I will call her. I guess so.
I call
Because
is her.
yeah, I call it her because even she knows everything about me and she will agree with it.
Hmm.
And
That's
I
that's
got the
that's the help.
positivity and
Some
the
people.
bitter truth because in English when I was in elementary batch when I was having so much absentees,
Hmm.
she was the one who said that तुम्हें करना ही नहीं है टाइम रहेगा तो करोगी नहीं. She said one line and that got in my mind and from
Uh,
that day I am a regular student.
wow, Pankuri, I really like that you have that kind of attitude. You just say what you want to say, right? To help your friend.
No,
Okay. You could have thought, oh, Simran won't like that reaction.
no.
Okay,
And now I
great.
don't care what
Mm,
she will feel like. Oh.
Yeah, good. A good friend doesn't really
And when
say
I was,
something to please
yeah,
her friend
and
or his
when I
friend.
was coming here, I said that मन लगेगा या नहीं लगेगा. Then she said that मन लगाने गई हो, करने गई हो ना, करो जाके.
Ah, good. Very nice. So you've got a
So
guardian in
this
Pankuri.
type of things, yeah, it keeps me get motivated. Like yesterday, I told you, sir, that I always remember why I have come here, and that gives me motivation to do my work and to live with all the obstacles and all that,
Hmm.
and to not be a homesick.
Absolutely.
So she is definitely one of my regions.
Hmm. Abhishek, can your
Absolutely.
friends depend on you?
Yes, sir. Very much. I'm also
Okay.
dependent him very much. It's a mutual interaction, mutual
I am
things.
dependent.
I am
Okay.
dependent.
No, मैं कुछ भी बोलूंगा आप रिपीट नहीं कर सकते.
Okay,
मैंने
sir.
बस आपकी गलती रिपीट करी थी और आपने वही रिपीट
Okay.
करा है. तो
So it's a mutual thing. So,
हाँ.
so for me,
मेरे को बहुत डर लगता रहता है एज ए टीचर व्हेन आई हैव स्टूडेंट्स इन माय क्लास हु आई नो दैट विल नॉट बेनिफिट फ्रॉम व्हाट आई एम डूइंग. वो स्टूडेंट अप्रिशिएट नहीं कर पा रहे इस बात को कि वो बेनिफिट नहीं करेगा या करेगी. ऑलराइट, sometimes I have this situation in my class that I have a student who I know will not benefit from what I'm giving, offering, right? I know it. I know it deep inside that the person is not going to benefit from what I'm offering. And in that case, I keep thinking, how do I convey this? How do I convey this that this is not going to help? Um, it is my sincerity to my job, that I think this way. Otherwise, sometimes I try and convince myself, don't worry, ignore it. But it's hard because I know they will have expectations that when the course is over, they should be better, right? And if they're not, okay, when I'm saying this, there are some really weak students at the elementary level, very, really weak students. And I do not have that feeling about them that they will not benefit because I know they're going to benefit. They are going to be much, much better than what they are right now when I finish. I'm 100% sure, not 99%, because I can see what they're doing in the class. Yes, they are weak, but they are in a class where they will benefit. Okay. And sometimes the students are in the wrong class and you can't do anything about it. They'll not benefit. And I know this because I know what they need to do and they're not doing it. I'm not asking them to do it in this class. Hmm. Can your friends depend on you? Well, everybody has a spoken here, hasn't it? Hasn't everybody has a spoken here, haven't they?
That I
Now,
am in class 2.
oh, Sarah, you're not on camera. Go on, Sarah.
My internet is so bad.
Hmm.
Uh, in my group, everyone can depend on each other.
Hmm. Everybody can depend on each other. That's lovely. It's lovely to have a group like that. Is your room often messy? Yes.
It used to be, sir, but not now. Or in my
Actually,
case,
yes. And I know no matter how tidy will make my room, Sumit, okay? Within 2, 3 days, it's gonna be back to what it was.
I agree.
I just for I had the same problem, sir. But then I even the important things which I am not going to use in coming days, like for 5 or 6 days, then all of the things I collected and put them in under the bed. Put them under the
That's
bed.
not that's
Now
not
my
called
room,
being that's not called not being messy, okay? That's just called being
but
smart.
now
I will do the
the
same. I will
the
also
room
not get
looks
in trouble. No
clean
matter
now,
how
sir.
messy I am, I always know what I need, kinda, You know what I mean? When something is important, I'm smart enough to take care of that. But I'm not really into spending my time trying to make my place look tidy and beautiful so that somebody comes and gives me a compliment about it. That's not what I work for.
I'm a very organized person. I'm
Mm,
tidy.
mm. Simran,
Yes, sir, for me too.
didn't understand what you meant.
What did you say, sir?
I didn't get you.
Or just like from Puri says, same as me.
So you are very
Same
tidy
for
and organized.
yeah, in some way.
What do you mean in some ways?
Like in 2 to 3 days, I always fix my things. Like I will
Ah,
deep clean everything.
why do you do it?
My mom make me
Because it's got
do
easy.
do.
No,
Is there
no,
is
no,
there
but
a
I
voice within shouting, "Hey, look at your room, how dirty it looks.
Oh
How
my
can you
God,
live in this room?"
shouting, it's yelling, and she goes all over like, oh, you haven't done this, that. And I was not a very tidy kid, but as I grow up and thanks to my mom, I become organized over
So
time.
now you
So
feel bad
yes.
when your room is not tidy. You feel bad about it.
Now I feel uncomfortable that, oh, I
Yes.
need to do this
yes,
at
Okay.
any
That's
point.
good.
Sir,
That's good.
tidy means clean.
Yeah, everything
yes,
is where it should be organized and all.
TIDY.
TIDY, yes.
yes.
Okay. What about you, Sumit? Is your room often messy?
The same thing that you said, sir. It happens, but right now I have less things in my room, so it is
Yeah, the
easier to
best.
organize.
I actually told my wife one day, you know what? We should have a small house, very small house, very few things. This is how you can save yourself from doing all this tidying work. Okay.
And sir, I really struggle in removing the things from my room. Right? I see a ball, and I am not going to play. I'm not playing even, but I think, should I drop this? Should I remove this ball from my room? If I remove this ball from my room, maybe my mom will lost it, make it lost from the house. So I often struggle in separating the things from the things which is connected to me. But
Nobody in
even it,
my house. Sorry, Sumit, I cut you down. Go on.
no, no, I'm done, sir.
I was saying
I told
nobody in
you.
my family, neither me nor my wife nor my daughter, has a very good. Maybe Aditi has a sense, aesthetic sense, okay? But she's lazy like me, so she doesn't really do anything. So my room is always a mess. And my wife feels unhappy about it, but she puts the whole blame on me and my daughter. Okay. But I know somewhere she doesn't really know how to fix it. But she doesn't take the responsibility. She says, it's all you guys. It's because of you. If it was my room, it would be tidy. I said, okay, maybe. So, other people, Saurav, Yasmin ji, please. Is your room often
Actually,
messy? Mm-hmm.
I am very lazy and unorganized guy.
Mm.
But my room is always clean because I live with my parents.
Pressure. Pressure
Yeah,
can make it, sometimes, yeah, it's good to have some people, sometimes pressurizing you to do the right thing. Okay. My father couldn't really make me, he was like so angry with me every time I left my books scattered where I studied. Whenever I see my daughter doing it, I can think of that exact moment when my father would yell at
Yes,
me,
sir.
"You left all your books. Why didn't you, s- wrap them all up and put them away when you finished your studies?" And I would have no answer. I just didn't want to. I don't know what happened on to me. I would study for an hour, 2 hours, leave them all those things exactly where they were, scattered on the floor, and I would leave the room, go play. And it was really awful, because I can see how annoyed I feel about this with about Aditi when she doesn't really put her things away after studying. So, what would I say? This is just nature of some people. Some people are not like that. My father couldn't change me. His strictness, his yelling couldn't change me. I'm still very much the same. Look at my computer table. There is a
So yeah,
plate.
actually,
Oh,
last time I came to you with
my
Bhaiya, so
God.
I sat for 10 minutes in
Uh,
class waiting
uh,
for you.
uh.
I feel like, oh, someone please give me a piece of cloth. I'll just clean all this. I was getting this feeling, but okay,
Oh,
then I haven't told you. I
next
hadn't.
time, Pankri, when you tell me you're coming, I will put a piece of cloth
Please,
there.
I'll gladly do that.
Thank you, Vita.
but you won't
Yasmin.
leave.
Yes.
Uh, Sir, I'm not an organized person, but still, my room is not often messy because I have a help for household work. That's why.
Okay, that's lovely. That's lovely to have. This is what I say, Yasmin, ma'am. Those people who are
Yes.
lazy, they should earn enough money to afford some domestic help. That's all. They don't need to feel guilty about it. I think my life is too precious to spend my time dusting things, you know, brooming the room. Come on. I
Please,
am not
sir,
supposed to do this.
I have hired a neighbor for once in a month for dusting and cleaning my house.
Lovely, Yasmin, ma'am. That's lovely. Very good.
Actually, my husband hired the person.
Oh, for a second, I thought you hired your husband when you said that.
Yeah,
I thought, what?
neighbor, main person. Yeah.
You had said that. You had said that. That was the only thing that kind of questioned my thought. That made me
Mm.
question my thought. Now, I can't be the husband. She said neighbor. But the way you said my husband in that tone, I thought, what? Okay, your husband hired that neighbor. All right, fine. Hmm. Do
So
you?
for me,
Yes, yes,
I
Abhishek. Yes,
I
Abhishek.
skipped.
Yeah.
So for me, it's sometime
Uh-huh.
I'm for this thing I'm very moody. Sometime I wanted to clean all the things. Sometime I don't want to. Just I am stay with the messy things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
it's
sir. Sometimes also I get very high motivation that I need to
same
make my
same.
room tidy, and
This
I
is
just keep
this is
do things.
the real evidence that we are very untidy people, because those who are tidy, they don't need this strong motivation one day all of a sudden. Yes, true. I also get that. What do you think? It happens with all the lazy people. One day they will decide, I'll make my place the Taj Mahal, and they try to engage everybody. I do that. My children get angry with me. They get really, really annoyed with me that your room is always like this, you don't care, and suddenly what has happened that you need to fix it, you need to tidy everything, and now that we are busy doing this, we have to just leave all our work and come and engage with you. What do you think of yourself? And I don't get any support from anywhere, okay? Because it's not my habit. I don't do it very often. So it is like a whim we have, okay, guys? It is a whim we suddenly have, WHIM, okay? That we have to clean our house, we have to tidy everything. But how long are these going to be that way? Because we are simply not tidy, we are not organized. We don't have the habit of putting things away after using them. Do you get annoyed when you have to wait for anyone or anything? Um, oh, I don't get annoyed, to be honest, okay? I think I've plenty of patience in most cases. Somebody said they will come and visit me and they are not around at that time. Okay, no problems. I have some other things to do. Yes, sometimes if I have canceled something important and then that person doesn't turn up, to meet me, I hate wait in that case after the time. Okay. If we decided to meet at 5 and you couldn't get here by 5 and I'm still waiting for you, having canceled some of my other prior appointments or maybe engagements, then I'll really feel annoyed, no doubt. That's natural, but normally I have plenty of patience waiting for things to happen, waiting for people. It's not like that. It doesn't bother me so much. I don't have a very stressful life. That's the reason. Go on.
Sir, I am very annoyed when someone uh, said to me that he will meet or he will come on time and he doesn't. Because when I wait, I feel like I I would have given this time to sleep at least, or to my. I get very annoyed. I kind of like things which I do, and I
Hmm.
want time for me. I a lot. I want a lot to have time for
A
myself.
lot of time. You want a lot of time for
No,
yourself.
no, no. I want to say I want a lot. I want very much
I like it
to
very
have time
much.
for.
I like it
Yeah,
instead
I
of
like it
wanting
very much to have time
time
for
for
myself.
yourself. Yeah, that's what I
That's
said.
why I get annoyed
Yeah, that's
when
that's
someone
that's.
make me wait.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Other
I
people?
think I get annoyed sometimes, not always.
Hmm.
Or maybe I'll say I'm the one who make them wait. Sorry, but yeah, most of the times when I have to go market with my mom, I'm the one who makes her wait.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Okay. Abhishek, Simran.
Yes, sir. Um, I get annoyed very easily. I like everything on time, everything on time. I don't want to wait even for
You,
1 minute or
you
two
will
minutes.
make a
I
good
only
boss,
wait for,
Simran. You will make a good boss, and your company will
yeah,
do great with this attitude. The only drawback is the only thing is your colleagues will be abusing you behind your back. Be ready
I
for
don't
that.
care.
Yeah.
As a HR manager, I think it's normal.
HRs, is it normal for HRs or the manager mainly? HRs don't get abused so
HR,
much.
it's no, they
Why
are
would they be abused? Only for not.
because
Uh-huh.
they don't give them leave and
Okay.
they
It
make
is the
them
HR
do
who
the work.
sanctions the leave, huh? No? It is the HRs who
Yes,
sanction the leave. Okay.
anything related to the person will be the duty of HR.
Okay. I thought
Sir,
hiring and
what did you say? It is
No,
HR.
depend upon both, sir.
sanction the leave,
First,
sanction the leave.
sanction, then firstly you have to ask to the manager.
Mm.
If he will agree, then you have to ask to HR.
I don't know anything about the corporate, culture, guys.
Because I'm asking to my manager firstly
I'm a small town
for
boy.
Diwali.
Hmm.
So if he will allow me, then I have to ask HR. For
One
me,
reason
for
why
my
I don't teach business English is this, that maybe I can teach English, but how about if somebody wants me to help with the, situations and solutions and all those things? There are lots of podcasts to help. So business English, I don't teach. I know the vocabulary and the grammar and the structures and the patterns that are more common, but still, it's just not about the language. It's also about the culture. Somebody who comes from that background will be, I think, more comfortable talking about these things. What do you say? If I'm talking about the English culture and I'm not from England, how much authority will I have when I speak about the English culture? Uh, Go on. So, um, do you get annoyed when you have to wait for anyone or anything? Sarab?
Uh, no, I don't get annoyed. But sometimes I also make everyone wait.
Oh, it happens. It happens. We can't be on time all the time, you know. But
Yeah,
usually, I like being punctual. It starts to bother me when I'm not punctual before it bothers other
Yes,
people. I feel very
But
annoyed with myself when I fail to be on time. Today I was
but in
late by
serious
two, three
case,
minutes.
I get
Uh-huh.
annoyed
Hmm.
early.
I don't enjoy being impunctual at all. It's not something I'm very happy about.
I would say that sometimes I get annoyed. It totally depend upon my mood. If my
Hmm.
day is good, so I'm not get annoyed. If
Uh-huh.
I'm facing some means it's a bad
Hmm.
day for me,
Makes
so I
sense.
get annoyed easily for anything for
Yeah.
1 minute, for 30 seconds also I get
But
annoyed. So
but otherwise you're not somebody who is very
no,
impatient.
I'm not
I think
impatient.
it's natural, sir.
Yeah, obviously. Do you find reasons to do tomorrow things you should do today? Do you find reasons to do tomorrow things you should do today? All the time, sir. All the time. I am the one who will do most of my things at the last moment. And many times I've got in trouble because of that. But now that I'm a little more mature and all, so I know this is my high time. I must do it. Now, otherwise, I'll have regrets. But I'm not the one who will like. Okay, at 3:30 class, I'm telling you something personal. 3:30 class. Okay, I like going into the class after a bath because I have to be, teaching for next 4 5 hours. So I like to be fresh. I know that I should have a bath at 3 and then wait for the class and the students to come. But usually what happens, I'll say, okay, yeah, I have some time. I have some time. Okay, I can do it a bit later. And then most often than not, or more often than not, I get into the class late by 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, and I feel really unhappy about it. But I keep, because of that habit of mine, I'm a punctual person and I like being punctual. But in this case, because I have to have a bath before I come to the class, and I keep putting that, I'm usually late by 3, 4, 5 minutes. Otherwise, I like to be very much on time. Go on.
I think I do procrastinate things
Yeah,
like,
that's the
yeah,
right word. Yeah.
yeah, why today, tomorrow, tomorrow, and that's how I put things. But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, it happened me that a few months ago. I had my exam of first year, and I haven't studied the whole year. And at one point, a day before exam, I'm finishing the whole book in a single day. So yeah,
I
that's the
failed to
problem
do
with
so.
me.
No wonder my results were always bad because I keep putting off my revision. I said, I've got plenty of time. I can revise. I know the things anyway. So I just need a little bit of time. And then I hope I have gotten rid of that. I don't know. Okay, other people.
Sir, not anymore. I I do not find reasons now to put things for tomorrow.
Mm,
Earlier, I used to do this,
mm.
and yeah, for no, no, yeah, that's all, sir.
So you do things on time. You do not put them off. You do not procrastinate.
Because I fear now.
Hmm.
That's what make me do things on time.
My daughter takes after me. Oh my goodness. How many times I've already gotten annoyed with her for not doing things on time. Yep. Yeah, Simran.
Sir, obviously, I also do that.
Hmm.
But nowadays, it's more like that even for 1 hour or 2 hour, I will do my things so that it will be less for tomorrow. I will not do it completely, but I will do some of my works today. Then it will be less
These,
tomorrow.
these these are early days there, Simran. These are early days when you are new doing something, novelty, you always have a little more excitement, more interest. But what about your personality? Tell me. It's not about Simran is answering all her questions because of what she has been experiencing last 15, 20 days. That's the problem. She is not talking about her personality, how she is. She's talking about what she has been doing in last 15 days. Come on, Simran, I've told you. What is going on right now is not you. Okay. You're just going through a situation. So you're reacting to it. But who
Okay,
are you?
okay.
Talk about
So
that.
I procrastinate things. Back in the hardship, I always do that.
Did
It's just a
that,
trait
right?
in me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
did
always
that.
do that.
You did that. Now you're feeling the pressure. You are in a new place, you see. All right. And who else? Abhishek.
So for me, I distributed all the things in. I follow the ikigai that if it's important, I do it today. If it's not important, I will do it. Means at the any time. So I characterize the things during means for the importance the things. If
Does
it is very important,
Ikigai mean what
yeah.
he said,
It,
Pankuri, or something else?
ikigai it's a
So
book, sir.
actually, Ikigai, it's a book. It's a Japanese method. It's a Japanese word actually, and
Yes, it
it
means
the book is extracted from the Japanese culture, and it like it
reason to live.
explains
Ikigai is reason to live, if
Sir,
I'm
there
not
reason to
wrong.
there are
live
more,
and a
many things are there.
purpose we should have to live or wake up each and every
Do
single
you
day.
think you used it in the right way, Abhishek?
Yes, sir. There is many things are the ikigai. Sir, there means you are saying na the living of means they are just saying to you that if the things are not important, you're taking worry. Just like uh, Sumit said that he wanted to do everything on the time, but the things maybe it's not important for today. You will do it tomorrow also. It's
Huh.
not
I
so.
understand why Abhishek used this word in this context because it's a book. I haven't read the complete book,
Huh.
but
Huh.
yeah, there's so many things explained, and
Huh.
it
I think you
somewhere
should
it
read this book, sir. It's very important for
connects.
you also.
Huh.
It's self-help book, I said.
Uh-huh.
So
Because for you, sir, you will take so much pressure because you will see that there's so much work. If you will distribute in the part, it will easy for you. Means the things which are
same
very
with Atomic Habit. I guess it's also a
uh
book.
no, it's quite different. I think sir, there is somewhere I will send you of
Hey,
Ikigai.
first of all, you said you follow Ikigai, and if it is important, you will not procrastinate. You will do it. You will not put it off. That's what you said. Okay. So if it is important, you'll do it. And if it is not so important, then you will say you'll do it later. Okay. And you think this is following Ikigai. That's what you meant, right? Because you think this is what Ikigai is. Okay, fine. As far as I think about Ikigai, that I read about Ikigai, it is some people in Japan live a very long life. Okay. And why do they live a long life? Because if you understand in India, when once you turn 60, 70, they say now you're done from all your responsibility, done with all your responsibilities. Now you go and go to Himalaya and just do the tapasya and stuff because you're done. You don't have any reason to live. But those people, they have ikigai. The concept of ikigai means basically translates reason for being. You need to be here. And that's why they live a longer life. Because when you have lost the desire to live, then you can't live. Okay? So this is what they say. You need a desire to live a long life. Now, what is important, what is not important? Maybe in that book, Ikigai, they cover a lot of things, a lot of
Yeah.
aspects of life. But basically, it actually means, literally, it means reason for being. Right. So why do some people live a long life? Because not because they don't take a stress in life, Abhishek. Instead, the idea is they live a long life because they believe they have a purpose. They still have a purpose of living. They can do something while they're alive. On the other hand, if you contrast it with Indian philosophy,
I will show you one picture. I will show you one
show
picture.
me a picture.
It explain you. It
Yeah, yeah,
explain you
you
better.
can share a screen, dear. You can share a screen.
Mm, just like this one, the four quadrant.
Hmm.
So I saw one video. They are
Hmm.
explaining like this. So the first thing now means what you love, just like what you are loving.
Hmm.
So just see that it means. if you want to do something, means your passion or something, means you love, you want to do whatever you want, means just like your love, your need, just like education, whatever you want, the things, your skill and your need, means you have to do it. So I distributed all the things in the category, means what is important for me, what is important but not need urgent,
I kind of
or
understand what you meant now. You said
sir,
you
I will
follow
say that now, sir.
Ikigai, the book. I'm sorry, my mistake. You
Sir,
meant you
it's
follow the book. You follow the book, not the concept. Okay.
I'm talking about, okay, sorry, I'm talking about the concept. It's a
Huh.
four quadrant, sir. It's
Huh.
a four quadrant.
Okay.
So the quadrant, it first one is important, or
Mm.
you have to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is important but not do it today.
Mm.
Means not important, means the
Mm.
third quadrant is means important
Mm.
but you will do it anytime.
Mm.
Or the last one is just like you are doing for your things, means not important, not urgent.
Mm.
So you have to characterize the things that which is important for you. Just like you have to attend your, means for you maybe that you have to take all the classes. So it's
Mm.
important, and you have to do it today because every day you have to do it. So
Mm.
you will characterize these things in the first column.
Mm.
Okay. For the second thing, we will say that you have some passion, or means you wanted to learn something, just like you wanted to learn Italian.
Mm.
But it's important but not urgent for you now. You
Mm.
want, so you have to
Got your point.
characterize the
Got your
all.
point. Got your point. My real concern, concern or objection was to the use of ikigai in that context, because I had the perception of ikigai as the reason
Sir,
for being,
okay.
the
Sir,
purpose. Purpose.
okay,
I
I got
believe
it, sir.
this book, here, uh, circles of ikigai, whatever this person has written, the book. Okay, I'm still saying this, and please try and understand my perspective as well. Let's stop this sharing. How do we do that? Stop sharing for a second. Yeah, what my point was here, but it's different actually. I was just concerned whether ikigai can be used in this way or not. Okay, that was my main concern, because I was thinking ikigai is not about what is important, what is not important. Okay, for me. Okay, because I know the concept of ikigai in Japanese culture as this thing: people live a long life in Japan because they do not lose purpose of living. So, pe- and the meaning of this phrase is reason for being. Now translate it: reason for being.
Probably.
Why are you still alive? You have a purpose, you have a reason to be alive. So when people here in India are 60, 70, they start saying, now I'm done. I've done what I had to do. And that's why, again, I'm not saying this is the only factor. Of course, there are so many other factors:
Yeah,
biological,
yeah.
social,
I
genetic,
know, I agree with you,
medical.
sir.
Yeah. But this is one concept I had heard of, ikigai. But the book I was not aware of,
Sir,
and the
but
book
yeah,
incorporates.
in book there's many ideas written.
Mm,
Yes, sir.
yes,
So it's not only about the ikigai you were
yeah,
talking about.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly. The book incorporates so many things under this umbrella phrase, ikigai. And
ikigai.
that's why Abhishek talked about it. He's very influenced by this idea of ikigai, and he chooses to do things which are really important. Okay, Abhishek, that's lovely. Guys, we are out of time. And again, um, I would like you guys to do the activities at home as well, okay, so that we can do them a little better, and with better in terms of quality, and faster in the class as well, okay, if it is the second time you're doing it here. For example, exercise 10 and 11. I will put, did I put 1.7 already in the group?
No,
Okay.
Shubham.
Add us also in the group.
Simran, I forgot to do that, quite a few people requested me. I will, okay. And I will put the audio file 1.7 in the group as well.
Me too,
What?
sir.
Yes, yes, Saurav, I know. Arish also asked me to. I will do that. However, I, okay, just a second. First of all, I will forget otherwise. 1.7, this audio file. Please don't forget to listen to it, okay? I'm
I
not
think
saying,
today's class is little bit for me.
huh? In what way?
in speaking, Visa.
Funny in what way? Funny means
I
haha
couldn't
funny.
speak very well today.
Uh-huh. All right. So why would you call it funny? Strange? It was strange. Okay.
Funny?
Yeah, you said funny, didn't you?
No,
Then?
I told today's class was a little bit hard for me.
Are yaar, you said hard for me and I heard was funny, hard for me.
For me,
Okay.
I also heard that the funny.
Yes.
I me too.
All right. Okay. Don't worry. We will see how it goes, actually. We will see. I know one thing for sure, guys. Okay, Pankuri. Whenever I seen a student skipping a level, okay, they struggle a lot. Okay, they struggle a lot. I have noticed. Sumit's understanding of English is good, but his only problem is he doesn't. Abhishek. Now I will stop recording and then I'll say something. Hold on. Bye bye. Bye bye, everybody. See ya.